Hi, I'm Michael Ruger. I'm the managing partner at Greenbush Financial Group. As a young professional, while there's lots of information out there about the benefits of contributing to a Roth IRA or 401k or investing real estate, the one thing that I can tell you from being in this industry a long time and working with a lot of high-performing millennials is one of the best investments that you can ever make is in your career. Because if you think about it, if you can 3x your salary over the next 10 years, that's going to probably yield more lifetime benefit to you than making $3,000 of contribution to a Roth IRA each year. So the one thing that I've noticed, and I've had the opportunity to work with a lot of these high-performing millennials and young professionals, is while they all come from different backgrounds, different industries, and they have different personalities, there are 4 things that all of them have in common. I'm going to share them with you today. So number 1 on the list is risk. These elite millennials just feel more comfortable taking bigger risks with their careers. When you think about most of us, if we just started to start a business or make a big career move, we have that anxiety feeling of, am I making the right choice? Is this opportunity going to be what I thought it was going to be? What if this new business completely flops and I've wasted 5 years of my working career? What I've noticed about this elite group of young professionals is, while they have the same questions, they face those same uncertainties, it does not paralyze them from taking action. They tend to jump forward with 2 feet, not knowing exactly what the future holds, but they have almost this sixth sense that things are going to work out. And the other thing I've noticed is they not only take risk, but they take it early. Because the reality is when you're taking big risks with your career, when you have no mortgage, no family, it's a lot easier to start a business. And if that business doesn't produce revenue for 1, 2, or 3 years, you can more easily withstand that than if you're later on in life and you've got mortgages, kids to go to college in a few years, you might be pressured to fold that business prematurely. Number 2 on the list is purpose. When you talk to these successful young professionals, they have a very strong sense of what their purpose is. Now, when I say that, it doesn't necessarily mean that they feel like they have life all figured out. When you ask them that question, they'll usually laugh and say, I have no idea what the future holds for me. All I know is I enjoy what I'm doing right now. And the best way I can illustrate this for you is for a real life example. We have a client that develops custom software for companies, and they have a rising star in their team that's a millennial. And when you look at the resume, good college, coder, software development. But the one thing this individual has done is he's taken it upon himself to create videos every single day and put them out on LinkedIn, and they're videos of him creating robot armies or creating custom software to show companies how they can solve their problems through software solutions. Like, this is something that's caused this individual to stand out. No one asked him to do this. This is by no means part of his job description, but when you ask him what he loves interacting with people. He loves showing companies that they can solve their everyday problems through the use of custom software. That's extraordinary. And what I've noticed about these successful millennials is they take something that they're passionate about, whether it's related to what they do at work or not, and they find a way to weave it into their career. And because they're so excited and passionate about it, it draws other people in, and they start making relationships that they've never had before. Number 3 is they know when to say no. And more specifically, they know when to say no to certain opportunities. When you are a young and up-and-coming business owner executive, you tend to gobble up opportunities wherever you can find them because you're trying to grow those companies as fast as possible, only to find out later on in your career through experience that some of those opportunities can cost you a lot, and in certain cases, it's led to the demise of companies. And I'm going to give you a real-life example. This happened to one of our clients. Company in the energy industry, young business owner, company has been very successful, double-digit growth for multiple years, and now they're trying to figure out how they grow from here. Now, they provided product to companies in the industry, but they didn't do the installs. They would sub that out to another contractor. So their idea was, why don't we just start doing the installs so we can generate revenue from that piece of the business? The owner of the business was hesitant because he realized we don't necessarily know that piece of the business, but we're going to grow, so let's just go after this thing. 2 years later, I ended up meeting with that business owner. He said it almost bankrupted the company because while they were very good at producing their product, marketing, and selling it, they knew nothing about running construction crews or managing the liability associated with the installation process. And his exact comment was this: I had hesitation at the beginning. Why didn't I just say no? Along those same lines, we also see these high-performing young professionals when they're presented with 3 growth options. A lot of times they'll spend slightly extra time to narrow it down to what they feel is the single greatest opportunity and commit all of their resources to that one growth effort. It's similar to that Elon Musk concept of, if it's gonna fail, let's fail faster so we can move on to the next thing. Number 4 on the list is the L factor. Not L for love, but rather L for likability. If you think of some of these high-performing millennials, a lot of them are very likable people. Where the L factor comes from is from an executive at Yahoo named Tim Sanders, who wrote the book, The Likability Factor. And the premise behind Tim's book is, we tend to surround ourselves with people we like. We buy from them, we hire them, we promote them, we just spend more time with these likable people. If you think about those people that are in your company, that come into your office, and you're usually delighted to see them because you know no matter what conversation you're gonna have, it's either gonna be fun or engaging. Those are the people in our lives that have those high L factors. We've seen this play out in the real world numerous times, that when you have these high-performing millennials that also have a high L factor, when all of a sudden there's massive layoffs and they're getting rid of departments, a lot of times they will find a spot for those millennials that they want to keep around for nothing other than they're likable and they like having them as part of the company. Now, many people think your likability, you're born with it. There's no way to improve that. It's just who you are. But Tim's book goes into showing that you can raise your L factor. It's training yourself to be similar to a better negotiator, better public speaker. There's certain traits that these people have that if you can identify those traits, you can improve them in yourself. And we definitely see that trait in these higher performing millennials. Thanks for watching, guys. Keep building that wealth.